Imagine the thunder of cannon fire, the desperate cries of men, the very earth trembling beneath the weight of history. These aren't just echoes of the past, they are the sounds of battlefields, sacred grounds where the fate of a nation was forged. But time, development, and neglect are relentless forces, threatening to erase these invaluable legacies forever. Can we truly save these silent sentinels before they fade into oblivion? The American Civil War, from 1861 to 1865, was a brutal conflict that pitted the Union against the Confederacy. It was a war fought over fundamental issues of slavery and states' rights, leaving an indelible scar on the American landscape. Millions of acres across dozens of states became sites of pivotal battles, from the rolling hills of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to the muddy trenches of Vicksburg, Mississippi. These battlefields are not merely tracts of land, they are tangible links to the sacrifices of over 600,000 soldiers and the profound societal shifts they endured. Sites like Antietam in Maryland, the scene of the bloodiest single day in American history with over 23,000 casualties on September 17, 1862, hold immense historical significance. The immediate aftermath of the war saw many battlefields left scarred and neglected. However, veterans and civic groups, recognizing the importance of remembrance, began efforts to memorialize these sites. The Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association, for instance, was formed in 1863, even before the war's end, to preserve the battlefield. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the preservation movement gained momentum. The establishment of national military parks, often managed by the War Department and later the National Park Service, became a primary strategy. These parks aim to protect the integrity of the landscape and commemorate the events that transpired. The National Park Service, established in 1916, took on the monumental task of managing these historically rich, yet often fragile, landscapes. Today, it oversees over 400 sites, including many crucial Civil War battlefields, ensuring their protection and interpretation for future generations. However, the challenges of preservation are immense and ongoing. Urban sprawl is a constant threat. Cities like Richmond, Virginia, a key Confederate capital and site of numerous battles, have seen significant development encroach upon former battlegrounds. Developers often see these lands as prime real estate, oblivious or indifferent to their historical value. This creates a constant tension between economic development and heritage conservation. Organizations like the American Battlefield Trust are at the forefront of this fight, working tirelessly to acquire and protect threatened lands. The American Battlefield Trust, founded in 1987, has been instrumental in preserving over 100,000 acres of battlefield land across the country, a testament to the power of focused, collective action. They employ a variety of strategies, from direct land acquisition to conservation easements. Conservation easements are crucial tools, allowing landowners to retain ownership while legally restricting development that could harm the historical integrity of the site. This cooperative approach is vital for saving lands that might otherwise be lost. Beyond development, natural decay and environmental factors pose threats. Erosion can alter the landscape, and invasive species can degrade the natural environment that played such a role in the battles themselves. Maintaining the authenticity of these sites requires constant environmental stewardship. The sheer scale of the Civil War is staggering. Over 10,000 engagements occurred across 23 states. Preserving even a fraction of these significant sites, such as the Wilderness or Spotsylvania Courthouse in Virginia, requires immense resources and dedication. Funding is a perpetual challenge. While federal and state governments provide support, private donations and the efforts of nonprofit organizations are often critical. The Friends of the Wilderness Battlefield, for example, works to protect and interpret this pivotal 1864 engagement. The interpretation of these sites is as important as their physical preservation. Visitors need to understand the human stories, the strategic decisions, and the consequences of the battles fought. Museums, interpretive centers, and well-maintained trails are essential components. At Manassas, Virginia, the site of two major battles, preservationists work to protect not only the battlefield but also the surrounding areas that influence troop movements and battlefield outcomes. The threat of commercial development remains a significant concern here as well. The battlefield of Stones River in Tennessee, site of a pivotal Union victory in December 1862 to January 1863, faced significant threats from proposed commercial developments and infrastructure projects. Preservation efforts here were crucial to safeguarding its integrity. The preservation of these sites is not just about remembering the past, it's about understanding the present and informing the future. These lands offer invaluable lessons on conflict, reconciliation, and the enduring principles of liberty and union. Technology is also playing a role in preservation. Advanced mapping techniques, archaeological surveys, and digital reconstruction are helping historians and preservationists understand and present battlefields with greater accuracy and detail. The preservation of battlefields like Kennesaw Mountain in Georgia, a key site in the Atlanta Campaign of 1864, requires constant vigilance against erosion and the encroachment of invasive plant species that can obscure historical earthworks. The impact of these preserved sites extends beyond historical education. They serve as powerful places of reflection, national mourning, and civic engagement, reminding us of the costs of division and the importance of unity. Consider the story of Franklin, Tennessee, where the devastating Battle of Franklin in November 1864 led to immense casualties on both sides. Preserving this battlefield, including the historic Carter House, is vital for understanding the final, desperate days of the Confederacy. The sheer number of potential sites presents a daunting task. From the First Battle of Bull Run at Manassas to the final surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, each location tells a unique part of the American story. Organizations like Preserve America and the Civil War Trust, now American Battlefield Trust, have been crucial in raising awareness and securing funding. Their work involves not just land acquisition but also advocating for protective legislation. The future of these battlefields depends on continued public engagement and support. Educating younger generations about the significance of these places ensures that the lessons of the Civil War are not forgotten. The challenge is immense. How do we balance the needs of a growing population with the imperative to preserve these sacred grounds? It requires a delicate interplay of government action, nonprofit dedication, and individual commitment. The landscape of the Civil War is a national treasure, a classroom without walls. Every preserved acre, every protected earthwork, is a victory for historical memory and a testament to our collective responsibility. From the bloody fields of Antietam to the quiet dignity of Appomattox, these sites demand our attention and our protection. The work of preservation is a race against time, a critical mission to ensure that the sacrifices and the lessons of the Civil War are never truly lost. Join us next time as we explore the ingenious innovations in military technology that defined the Civil War, from the ironclad warships to the deadliest rifles. Until then, remember the silent sentinels and the vital importance of their preservation.